What's up, guys? I'm Jared Yarworth. I'm here with monstAr and the 3VA. We're going to sit down and ask a few questions. monstAr, your last album made you known around the school as the alternative rock rap no-chill rapper. What do you think about that?
Well, that's not what I set out to do originally. I started rapping back in 7th grade, I think, with Evan right here. We got into it. And I started out and it was really deep emotional stuff, helped me to get my emotions out on the track and take them out instead of somewhere else taking them out. But when I started rapping publicly in 9th grade, everything shifted to just getting views and making sure that I was the most popular as I could be at the time. And that's why I released all these shock rap, if you will, songs, because people were so shocked by them that they listened to them. So, while it served its purpose well, most people know me as monstAr around the school, but at the same time, it wasn't who I started out with.
Okay. You previously released a full-length album, Possession. How successful was it?
Yeah, it did really well, way above what I thought it was going to do. I sold about $500 worth of albums, which, good money from a kid my age. Yeah.
What's your opinion on it now, since it's been out for almost a year?
Yeah, it's been almost a year, and honestly, it was a good album, and like I said in my last response, it served its purpose, but it wasn't who I was. I started out, like I said, just making deep emotional stuff, and these days, when I put out Possession, it was just different, and it was shock rap, and I used a lot of explicits that, that's not who I am, and that's not who I wanted to be when I originally started out rapping. So, while I liked it, I don't know, I don't listen to it anymore at all.
Okay. The 3VA. The last thing you released was back in October, Black Autumn. How is this album different from the other?
This album is going to be called Winter. It's out right now. Came out today during this. But I think it's more rap-centric. It's more focused on the rap aspect, lyrics, like having a theme to a song instead of just putting it out. Like Black Autumn was more upbeat, up-tempo, like Chance the Rapper type thing. And I think this is more, it's not dark, but it's darker than Black Autumn.
monstAr, what's the difference between your last album and your new album?
Yeah, like he said, he's putting an album out, and I'm putting an album out now. Emotions EP, it's coming out February 12th, same day as the Falston High School variety show. There's a lot of differences. I did a complete 180 when I first showed 3VA over here.
Yeah, I was surprised by it. It was completely different from what I expected.
Yeah, the first thing he texted me, I texted him, and he's like, the first thing he texted me was, "Whoa, that's different." In
a good way, though.
Yeah. For one, the biggest difference, I'm giving it out for free. No more. It won't be on iTunes because I can't put free music on iTunes, but it will be on SoundCloud, YouTube, BANDCAMP, and any other service that people want me to do. I'll put it up there for them. I want to make sure this gets out to the people. Every song on this new EP has a meaning, unlike Possession. Possession, not all the songs have meanings. This new album, it serves a purpose, and I think we'll get to that in a bit. But I'm very happy with how this album turned out. Unlike Possession, I was happy with how it turned out, but it wasn't the same as this one. This one I'm overly excited to release.
What are your favorite albums and any inspirations for your most recent music?
If you don't say Possession, I'm going to just beat your ass on the spot.
Oh yeah, my favorite album is Possession. It's my favorite.
Word up, buy it.
Not mine.
I'm just going to go from 1 to 4 because I know those for sure. My favorite album of all time is Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd. Second, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. So the top 2 are Pink Floyd. But third actually came out last year. It was Yellow Wolf's new album.
Ooh,
Love
yeah.
Story. That was I think the most underappreciated album of the year. It's one of my favorites.
Definitely.
I could listen to that any day. But 4th is the Eminem Show, and 5th is just up for grabs. I don't know. There's so many albums I could go there.
Yeah, they're all classics.
But inspirations, I'd probably throw Eminem, Chance the Rapper, Kanye, any of the new rappers who are coming out, bringing new styles, Kendrick Lamar. And you got the rock aspect, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and all those guys.
How do you come up with a song?
It usually starts out with a beat. If I hear a beat and I don't get an idea for a song right away, I just leave it, even if I love the beat, it's awesome. But when I hear a song, I get a song idea in my head, then I'll write that, I'll commit to that, I'll make sure that's what the song's about. Because that happened with my song Reminisce featuring monstAr right here.
Look that up. It's on SoundCloud. That's another great song.
SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere. That one's on everywhere. But the second I heard that beat, I thought, thinking back like to childhood memories, and that's what we rapped about pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Childhood memories and just thinking back to better times.
Mm-hmm.
So then why did you change the style of your music so much?
Well, I mean, I wanted to do something that actually had meaning. Possession, I mean, it was cool. It was me playing around with beats, me playing around with lyrics, how stuff sounded. I was just dipping my toes in the water. But my new music, it's heavily inspired by, all the old people that I was inspired by with Possession, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Yellow Wolf, all of them. But also, it's inspired by a lot more. I'm wearing the shirt right now, 21 Pilots. Big inspiration. Just a lot more alternative pop and alternative rock music. Imagine Dragons has a little, you can hear it in there. And I wanted to make stuff that has meaning, that served the purpose to help people. And that's why I made the album free, because I don't want to charge people for this new album. This new album, it has a certain sound to it that I just couldn't charge for it. So I'm giving it out for free. So that way people of all form factors, anybody, any monetary establishment, no matter how much money you have, you can listen to this album. That's why.
What would you say is your best work yet?
Probably the second track on Black Autumn, Against the Wall. I'd say that's one of my best lyrical songs. Control. I'd say that's both of our best work.
Yeah,
on the new EP.
Yeah, the new Winter EP. His new EP that just came out today has a song called Control on it, and we both just go hard. It's to Kendrick Lamar's song Control. Well, actually, Big Sean's song. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's Kendrick's song. But yeah, both our verses are just top notch.
I think we both try to emphasize some part of it. Mine was more the lyrics, his side was the message, and we both really brought that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans for future albums?
We might do a collaboration album. It's still in talks right now.
Still in the works.
Mm-hmm. So that should be coming out later this year. But after that, I'd say I probably won't have like a major work come out for a while, because I'll be working on my first an LP debut, on iTunes, Spotify, all those places. So that should be good.
You made it clear that your last album was just to get your name out there. What's the goal of your new album?
The goal of my new album, is to help people. It's called Emotions EP, and the track list, it starts out with The Point, which was on Possession, and it was one of the only songs I actually love off Possession. It was my best songs.
Produced by yours truly.
Yeah, it was produced by him. We worked together a lot, as you can see. But after that, you get into, and The Point, once you hear, you'll understand why it's on there. But after that, you have Happiness, you got Love, then you go darker and you get Depression, and then you have The Reason to finish it all off, and then a couple skits thrown in between. And the whole purpose of it is to take people through the motions of how it is in real life, and it's supposed to be therapeutic almost. I want people to listen to this and feel better about themselves, feel better about their life, And some people, you're going to say I'm going sappy, and, maybe I did a little bit, maybe I went a little sappy, but, I think music empowers us all, and it can save lives, if you will. And that's my goal of my new album. And it's just going to take people, and it's going to think about themselves, it's going to make them think about other people, and, it's just a great album. And then the second goal of it was to really show Falston at its finest, show us at its top notch. So this album, the motto of this album, I kind of made a mini motto, it's all over my social networks. It's music by the people, for the people. And I wrote all the beats on there besides the Point, which I haven't produced. Thank you for that, man. That's a sick beat. But I wrote all the beats on there, and I wrote all the lyrics besides his verse that he's featured on during The Reason.
Yep.
He wrote that himself. I wrote all the beats, all the lyrics, but that's not it. There's skits on there. I have a skit that features Ashley Superzinski. The cover art was done by Rachel Donahue. I don't know, she's one of the best artists I know. And you're here. doing this interview. You know, this is supposed to represent who Falston is. I mean, Evan, he goes to John Carroll, but he's still from Falston, you know, and he's on there rapping along with me, and it's supposed to represent what Falston is and bring us into the light and show us that we are, you know, community, and I mean that's something beautiful, and that's the second goal of the album.
All right, thank you both for coming out. And,
Yeah. So one more time, I'm the monstAr.
And I'm the Threeba.
Threeba, yeah. Watch the bloopers tape to get those get those jokes.
Listen to Winter. Listen to
Emotions EP.
Listen to anything we put out.
Yep.
Support. Give us criticism. Do whatever you need
February. His is out right now. Go on SoundCloud. Is it on YouTube yet?
No, I'm still getting around to that.
All right.
So. It should be on YouTube by the time you see this.
Okay. All right. And February 12th is Emotions EP. Same day as the talent show. Come out to the talent show too. Big shout out to the National Honor Society for letting me in there.
He's got a dope performance.
All right. I just showed it to these two before the show.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be great. You're all going to love it. And during that, I'm going to be giving out 50 free CDs that will be the only CDs produced ever. So you'll have your chance to get one of those if you come to the show. So come out to the show. You're going to have a blast. Tons of good performance. You'll see me. You'll see a bunch of other Falston performers. And we'll have a blast, all right? February 12th, Emotions EP. Thank you.